Ananda walked toward the Bodhi tree, his thoughts heavy with confusion about his life's meaning and direction. The Buddha's serene presence offered a quiet sanctuary amidst Ananda's swirling inner storm of anxiety and regret. "Master," Ananda began, bowing deeply, his voice trembling as he struggled to articulate his anguish. "My years have drifted away like autumn leaves, leaving me trapped in regrets I cannot overcome." The Buddha gestured to the river flowing nearby, its gentle ripples sparkling under the warm sunlight. "Ananda," said the Buddha, "let us consider this river as the answer to your troubled heart." Confused yet intrigued, Ananda followed the Buddha's gaze, staring at the flowing water with silent expectation. "Observe the rocks embedded in the water's path. They neither halt the flow nor destroy its purpose." Ananda nodded hesitantly, uncertain how the river's flow could solve the turmoil that had invaded his peace. "The river embraces the rocks it encounters, flowing around them while continuing forward toward its destination," the Buddha explained. "Master, is my life like this river, destined to carry burdens without relief?" Ananda asked with despair. The Buddha reached toward the ground, scooping up a handful of sand and letting it slip away. "Your burdens are no heavier than grains of sand. Their weight depends on your decision to carry them," Buddha said. "My heart feels crushed under the rocks of regret, too heavy for me to carry onward," Ananda admitted. "Look again, Ananda, the river never carries the rocks. It lets them be and flows past them," Buddha replied. Ananda hesitated as he observed the river anew, searching for the wisdom the Buddha offered through his words. "Master, I understand the river's acceptance of the rocks. But how can I accept what causes my suffering?" The Buddha placed his hand gently on Ananda's shoulder, radiating warmth and reassurance through his touch. "Acceptance does not mean surrender. It means recognizing the presence of pain while choosing to move forward regardless," Buddha explained. "The river knows its purpose and destination, and so it flows without resistance. You must also discover your path." Ananda's eyes filled with tears, his soul awakening to the profound simplicity of the Buddha's teachings. "How do I find my path when the darkness of regret blinds my vision?" Ananda asked sorrowfully. "Darkness exists to remind us that light is always attainable. Let us seek the light together," Buddha responded. Ananda followed the Buddha as they began walking along the riverbank, listening to the gentle rhythm of water. "Master, this flow of water feels harmonious. I wish to carry the river's peace within my heart," Ananda admitted. The Buddha stopped beside an overhanging tree branch, observing the interplay of sunlight and shadows on the water below. "This river flows not to escape its obstacles, but to embrace its nature. It knows no fear or hesitation," Buddha said. "Master, can I find the river's courage within me?" Ananda asked, looking into Buddha's calm and knowing eyes. "Courage is simply the decision to embrace life's impermanence and to seek growth beyond the obstacles you face," Buddha replied. Ananda paused, his thoughts unraveling as he contemplated the Buddha's wisdom and the river's silent teachings. "Master, how do I grow when regrets tie me to moments long gone?" Ananda asked with genuine curiosity. "The river flows forward and never backward. Growth is achieved by planting new seeds, not clinging to withered roots," Buddha said. "Ananda, begin by recognizing that regret stems from attachment, and attachment blocks the movement of life's currents," Buddha explained. The disciple closed his eyes, reflecting on the chains of attachment that had held him captive for so long. "Master, I now see the weight of my attachments. How can I release them and return to freedom?" Releasing attachment requires gratitude for the lessons learned and acceptance of the transient nature of every experience, Buddha replied. Ananda smiled faintly, his heart lightened by the possibility of renewal within the flow of time. "Master, is renewal truly possible for someone whose years have been spent wandering without direction?" Ananda asked earnestly. Renewal is always possible because life itself is renewal. Every moment is a chance to reawaken to purpose, Buddha explained. Ananda took a deep breath, his soul beginning to resonate with the simplicity and power of the Buddha's teachings. Master, will you guide me further as I journey toward peace? Ananda asked, bowing deeply in reverence. I will guide you, Ananda, but understand that your journey belongs to you. Walk this path with courage and faith, Buddha said. The disciple knelt by the river, feeling its cool waters rush through his fingertips, carrying serenity with every ripple. Ananda's heart filled with gratitude for the wisdom shared and the chance to move forward without resistance. The Buddha smiled, observing Ananda's awakening with compassion and knowing that his journey toward renewal had begun. The river continued to flow, carrying the promise of transformation to all who were willing to embrace its wisdom. As the sun set on the horizon, Ananda rose, ready to walk toward the light of his renewed path. The Buddha remained beside the river, his presence an eternal reminder of life's impermanence and its boundless potential. Another day arrived, the air carrying the fresh scent of the forest where the Buddha sat in tranquil meditation. Sati approached quietly, her steps tentative as she clutched an empty cup in trembling hands, her face shadowed by sorrow. Master, my spirit feels hollow as though life has drained me entirely. What is left for me to hold? The Buddha regarded her with compassion, his gaze steady and profound like the ocean's endless expanse. Sati, said the Buddha, gesturing toward her empty cup, this cup, in its emptiness, holds infinite potential for renewal. But Master, I feel as though there is nothing left within me to fill this void, Sati admitted softly. The Buddha took the cup from her hands, holding it up to the sunlight where its transparency reflected the golden rays. This cup has no failure in its emptiness. Emptiness is its strength, allowing it to hold what it receives, Buddha explained. How do I find something worthy to fill the void that has consumed my spirit? Sati asked, tears streaming silently. Begin by recognizing that emptiness is not a curse but an opportunity to seek wisdom, compassion, and purpose anew, Buddha replied. Sati stared at the cup, her hands trembling as she began to grasp the meaning within the Buddha's words. My years feel scattered like dry leaves, leaving me only this emptiness and regret, Sati confessed, her voice wavering. Midlife is a season of renewal. Just as autumn enriches the earth to nourish the seeds of spring, Buddha said. But Master, how do I find nourishment within the emptiness that surrounds me? Sati asked earnestly, seeking clarity. The soul's nourishment begins with gratitude, finding wisdom in past experiences while seeking hope within the promise of transformation, Buddha replied. Sati hesitated, feeling her heart struggle against the chains of regret that had held her for years. Master, I fear my regrets are too deep to overcome. They consume my thoughts like shadows in the night. The night carries shadows only to remind us of the coming dawn. Regret exists to teach, not to bind, Buddha said. How do I learn from regret without allowing it to weigh my spirit down further? Sati asked quietly. Recognize regret as a teacher. Embrace its lessons, and release its weight with compassion for yourself and the life lived. Sati knelt beside the Buddha, her tears falling onto the earth as she meditated on the wisdom he shared. Master, I feel as though my purpose has faded, leaving me aimless and adrift. How do I find direction? Purpose is not lost. It waits patiently for your heart to seek it. Begin with curiosity and openness to new paths. Sati took a deep breath, attempting to release the heaviness of doubt and regret that burdened her heart. Master, how can I fill this cup with meaningful waters when I cannot see what lies ahead? She asked. The future remains unseen, but intention lights the path forward. Fill your cup with intentions guided by hope and compassion. The Buddha placed the cup gently on the ground, letting the sunlight's warmth illuminate its surface. Emptiness is the precursor to transformation. It clears the space needed for renewal to bloom, Buddha said. Sati's thoughts began to settle, her heart stirring as she contemplated the truth within the Buddha's teachings. Master, can emptiness truly become a source of strength rather than weakness? Sati asked hesitantly, her voice laced with doubt. Strength lies within acceptance. Emptiness opens the door to infinite possibilities, allowing you to create purpose where there was none, Buddha replied. Sati's breathing steadied, her tears slowing as her heart began to find comfort in the Buddha's compassionate presence. Master, can renewal truly bloom for someone whose spirit has been drained by the passing years? Sati asked earnestly. Renewal blooms within all who seek it. Every life carries the capacity for transformation, regardless of the seasons endured, Buddha explained. Sati closed her eyes, seeking the quiet wisdom of gratitude and intention that the Buddha encouraged her to embrace. Master, how do I find gratitude when regret clouds my vision and obscures the path ahead? Sati asked softly. Begin with small reflections on the kindness shared, the lessons learned, and the moments of joy that have graced your life. The disciple opened her eyes, feeling the beginnings of gratitude stir within her heart like seeds awakening after the rain. Master, if emptiness carries infinite potential, can I truly shape my future with the waters I choose? Sati asked. The waters you choose to pour into your cup will reflect your intentions. Choose compassion, wisdom, and purpose as your guides. Sati bowed deeply, her heart opening to the possibility of renewal and transformation within the path forward. The Buddha smiled gently, sensing the awakening spirit within Sati as she contemplated her renewed purpose. The sunlight continued to illuminate the empty cup, its surface a reflection of the infinite potential that lay ahead. As the day unfolded, Sati rose with renewed determination to pour intentional waters into the cup of her life. The Buddha's presence lingered in her heart, guiding her toward the serenity of transformation and the light of compassion. Another day dawned, the soft hues of morning light bathing the forest where the Buddha gathered his disciples for reflection. Kumara approached, his steps hesitant, his gaze shadowed with doubt and the weight of unspoken concerns lingering in his heart. Master, my life feels barren, like a garden stripped of its bloom, leaving behind only empty soil and fading memories. The Buddha's eyes met Kumara's, filled with compassion, his voice steady like the rhythm of Earth's eternal cycle. Kumara, said the Buddha, gesturing toward the garden nearby, let us seek wisdom within the soil that nurtures new life. Master, how can I plant seeds when my spirit feels devoid of energy, hope, or purpose? Kumara asked. The garden's soil enriches itself with time. Regardless of the blooms lost, life persists in cycles of decay and renewal. But Master, I see only the withered stems and the remains of what once thrived. How can renewal begin? Kumara asked. Look beyond the surface. The withered stems enrich the earth, preparing it to nourish new seeds of intention and growth. Kumara knelt beside the Buddha, his fingers tracing the lines of the soil as he contemplated the hidden depths of renewal. Master, I fear my regrets have consumed my spirit, leaving my inner garden barren and lifeless, Kumara confessed softly. Regrets are the fallen leaves of the past. They enrich the soil for new possibilities rather than restricting its growth. Master, how can I transform regret into renewal when doubt clouds my vision and burdens my heart? Kumara asked earnestly. Transformation begins with gratitude. Honor the past's lessons, recognize its gifts, and release its weight with compassion for yourself. Kumara closed his eyes, breathing deeply as he meditated on the Buddha's wisdom and sought clarity within his thoughts. Master, I feel lost amidst the seasons of my life. How can I find direction within this emptiness? Kumara asked. Direction emerges when you plant seeds of intention, guided not by fear, but by hope, curiosity, and a desire for growth. The Buddha placed his hand gently on Kumara's shoulder, sharing warmth and reassurance through his compassionate presence. Master, how do I begin planting when my spirit feels barren and unable to hold the seeds of renewal? Kumara asked. Begin with small intentions. Nurture them patiently, as the gardener nurtures tiny sprouts into blooming flowers. The disciple opened his eyes, observing the garden with fresh perspective, sensing the potential hidden within its humble soil. Master, can renewal truly flourish within me when my years feel spent and my purpose seems distant? Kumara asked softly. Renewal flourishes in all who seek it. Every heart carries the capacity to embrace growth despite the passing seasons. Kumara's thoughts began to settle, his soul stirring as he reflected on the Buddha's teachings and the promise of transformation. Master, how do I find gratitude when regret and doubt cloud my spirit and obscure the path ahead? Kumara asked. Gratitude begins with honoring the fruits of your past efforts. The love shared, the lessons learned, and the wisdom gained. The disciple began to sense the quiet wisdom of gratitude, recognizing the gifts hidden within life's fleeting moments. Master, is the soil of my spirit capable of nurturing renewal despite the burdens that weigh upon it? Kumara asked. The soil of your spirit remains enriched by experience. Renewal thrives when intention and gratitude nourish its depths. Kumara bowed deeply, his heart opening to the possibility of renewal and the promise of growth within his journey. The Buddha smiled gently, sensing the awakening spirit within Kumara as he embraced the teachings shared. The garden swayed softly in the morning breeze, its quiet harmony reflecting the wisdom of renewal and transformation. As the day unfolded, Kumara rose with determination to plant seeds of intention within the soil of his heart. The Buddha's presence lingered, guiding Kumara toward the serenity of transformation and the light of renewal. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.